Most people think becoming a data analyst is about learning tools, SQL, Excel, Python. That belief is why so many people never get hired, because companies don't pay data analysts to work with data. They pay them to reduce confusion, prevent bad decisions, and explain what actually matters. And if you don't understand that difference early, you can spend years learning skills that never turn into a career. This video explains the real requirements to become a data analyst. Not the course version, not the social media version, the reality. Because data analysts are not paid to work with data. They are paid to reduce confusion, and everything else flows from that. The first requirement to become a data analyst is analytical thinking, and not math genius, not advanced statistics, but structured thinking. A data analyst must be able to look at messy, incomplete information and ask the right questions. What problem are we actually trying to solve? What decision depends on this data? What matters and what is noise? Most beginners focus on learning tools before learning how to think. That's backwards. Companies don't hire analysts because they can write queries. They hire analysts because they can translate business uncertainty into clarity. If you can't explain what the data means, the tools don't matter. The second requirement is data literacy. This means understanding where data comes from, how it's collected, and why it's often imperfect. Real-world data is messy. It has missing values, inconsistent definitions, human errors, system limitations. A data analyst must be comfortable working with data that is incomplete and sometimes wrong. You are not there to judge the data. You are there to work responsibly with what exists. This is why theoretical exercises often fail to prepare people for real jobs. They don't reflect the constraints of real systems. The third requirement is SQL proficiency. This is non-negotiable. SQL is not just a language. It is the way most organizations access and organize their data. You don't need to be clever with SQL. You need to be reliable. That means writing readable queries, understanding joins, filtering data correctly, avoiding mistakes that lead to misleading results. A data analyst who produces incorrect insights is more dangerous than one who produces none. Accuracy matters more than speed. The fourth requirement is spreadsheet mastery. And yes, spreadsheets still matter. Despite all the tools available, spreadsheets remain the fastest way to explore data, validate assumptions, and communicate results. This includes knowing how to structure data cleanly, use formulas correctly, and avoid overcomplication. Many professionals underestimate this skill because it looks simple. It isn't. Poor spreadsheet habits lead to bad decisions every day. The fifth requirement is visualization and communication. Data has no value until it is understood. A data analyst must be able to present insights clearly to people who are not technical. This means choosing the right chart, using clean visuals, avoiding unnecessary complexity. More importantly, it means explaining conclusions in plain language. Executives don't want dashboards. They want answers. If your analysis requires explanation longer than the meeting itself, it failed. The sixth requirement is business understanding. This is where most aspiring analysts struggle. Data analysts do not work in isolation. They work inside businesses. You must understand how revenue is generated, how costs are controlled, how users behave, how performance is measured. Without context, data analysis becomes guesswork. A good analyst understands the business well enough to know which numbers matter and which do not. This is what separates junior analysts from senior ones. The seventh requirement is stakeholder management. This is rarely discussed but critically important. As a data analyst, you will work with managers, marketers, engineers, and executives. Each group has different priorities. You must clarify expectations, push back when requests are vague, and protect the integrity of the analysis. Sometimes, your job is to say, the data does not support that conclusion. That requires confidence and professionalism. The eighth requirement is patience. Data work takes time. Understanding systems, cleaning data, validating assumptions, double-checking results. Rushed analysis leads to mistakes. And mistakes damage trust. Once trust is lost, it is difficult to recover. Good data analysts are not flashy. They are dependable. The 9th requirement is learning mindset. Tools change, companies evolve. New data sources appear. A data analyst must continuously adapt. This does not mean chasing every new trend. It means strengthening fundamentals while gradually expanding capability. People who stop learning stagnate quickly in this field. The 10th requirement is realistic expectations. Data analyst roles vary widely across companies. Some roles are highly technical. Others are closer to reporting and business analysis. Titles are inconsistent. Responsibilities are not standardized. This is why reading job descriptions carefully matters more than job titles. You must understand what a specific role actually involves before pursuing it. The 11th requirement is practical experience. Not certificates alone. Not courses alone. Experience means working with real data sets, solving real problems, documenting decisions. This can come from internships, projects, internal company roles, or personal work that mirrors real use cases. Employers look for evidence of thinking, not just credentials. The 12th requirement is ethical responsibility. Data analysts influence decisions that affect people. Pricing, hiring, product design, policy choices. Misusing data can cause real harm. A professional analyst understands limitations, avoids misleading interpretations, and communicates uncertainty honestly. Ethics is not optional in this field. Now, here's what most people don't want to hear. You should not pursue a data analyst career if you dislike ambiguity. If you need clear instructions at all times, if you are uncomfortable questioning assumptions, or if you expect immediate results. Data analysis is often slow, iterative, and invisible when done well. The work matters even when it doesn't look impressive. To summarize, becoming a data analyst requires structured thinking, comfort with imperfect data, strong SQL and spreadsheet skills, clear communication, business understanding, stakeholder management, patience, continuous learning, practical experience, and ethical responsibility. Tools are important, but mindset is decisive. This channel exists to explain careers the way they actually work. If this kind of clarity is useful to you, subscribe. The next video breaks down another tech career where the tools look different, but the expectations are just as demanding.